believe it or not, Bina is kind of like a co-writer on the special. There's certain lines in the special that she's like, no, you better say that. So like that line about, if you ever put our kids in danger again, I will leave you in a second. I remember writing that and being like, hey, should I say that? She goes, you better say that. And I'm like, got it. Circled it in red pen. Homecoming King really was this underdog story about myself and my family's story and introducing the world to New Brown America. And I was wink, hearkening to the idea that even though I never went to prom and I never was Homecoming King, there is this real underdog story to Homecoming King. The King's Jester actually is a continuation of that story. We pick up where we left off. Actually, if you notice the second joke I talk about, I was at the Daily Show and I didn't even tell Trevor that I was infertile. We end Homecoming King with me getting the Daily Show. But the idea of the King's Jester really was, if Homecoming King was my introduction to the world, who I am, the King's Jester really was what I believe and why I believe what I believe in regards to what made me a comedian and how far the line is for me. And so the idea of a jester in relation to autocrats, dictators, Brother Eric, the Crown Prince, Duterte in the Philippines, Modi, all these topics that we poked at, I was kind of servicing as a modern jester of sorts. And we're paying homage to the old Shakespearean adage that is in King Lear, where the jester walks the line and angers the king, and the king is reminded to not kill the jester because it would be cruel to kill the fool. So it still has that idea of being lower status. It would be cruel to kill the fool. The fool is the jester. You know, we're barely above magicians and clowns, but we still serve as this thing in society where we can tell the truth, but there is a line. And so there was so much imagery in all of that. This idea of the line and poking and needling people in power, understanding the line, interrogating myself on what my line should be. The King's Jester just felt like this perfect way to encapsulate it and have it serve as the next chapter after Homecoming King. Bina, basically the rule that we have in our relationship is she's so cool. She goes, hey, we've been together a long time. I get it. You can't pre-censor yourself. You need to write your ideas and perform them. Please do them at venues with 100 people or less. Get the joke in working order. And then present it to me, and let's chat about it. And let's have a conversation about it, and I can tweak it, I can edit it, and before you take it out to theaters, and definitely before you record a special, we can chat about it. And so, believe it or not, Bina is kind of like a co-writer on the special. There's certain lines in the special that she's like, no, you better say that. So like that line about, if you ever put our kids in danger again, I will leave you in a second. I remember writing that and being like, hey, should I say that? She goes, you better say that. And I'm like, got it. Circled it in red pen. I want to authentically convey what's in my heart, but I also want to be respectful to the other people that don't get to say whatever they want on stage. And that's my wife and my kids. So if you notice, I don't even mention my children's names because I want them to introduce themselves to the world when it's time. That's their right. Bina and I spoke about it, and it's something that we want them to present to the world, which I think is cool. And so that's a part now of my comedy writing and performing journey. I don't just speak for myself. I'm part of a family. I'm part of a unit. So hopefully I make them proud. Hey, I'm Hasan Minhaj, and my new special, The King's Jester, is streaming now on Netflix. I feel relieved. It's been a long time coming since my first special. I feel proud of the themes and the stories that we tell in the special. And I'm excited for the world to check it out. I was like a really sweet and sincere answer. I'm like, I just want people to really like it. We spent so much time on it.